Good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land. I am Deleted Scenes, human being American, and YouTuber Ronin. And I would like to welcome you to tonight's episode of Live from Sparkwood in 21. This series chronicles the 1990s cult classic television series Twin Peaks. Its 25 years later revival series Twin Peaks: The Return, and the films of David Lynch. And this week we are bringing you something special. The annual Labor Day weekend Packard Timber Games 2025. All right. I do want to say hello to everyone currently joining us on X. I can't see you, but I know that you're there. I would like to say hello to everyone currently joining us in the live chat. FKHC 2005, sometimes known as Tim, channel member. All right. The tired midnight blogger, the voice of Northern Oklahoma. Nothing to see here, citizen. Channel member Curtis Selby. Host of Films with Friends, where I will be appearing this Saturday at 10 p.m. along with Troy and Netter. The creator of the 10-word review, Big Al Presents. Channel member JPRPH1. Faithful Blue Wrench channel member, the Bird Woman of YouTube. Watch out for her second channel, Fluff Check Productions, Connie Cleary. All right. Netter, of course, with the Hi Sweeties. All right. Slowing down. Wallace Lang, good to see you, sir. And I believe that is everyone currently in the live chat. ussarn G, good to see you, sir. All right. Let me bring on my fellow panelists for this evening. Last call, Troy Pacelli.
Hey, hey.
Natters Network.
Good evening.
And Aged Boomer.
Hello. You know, Flappy could fling a 2x4 at least 200 feet. No sweat.
Okay, that's fair.
I believe that's the record today.
I did have a realization. I know we touched on this before, but it's been pointed out on the interwebs that it appears from that opening scene that Flappy is actually the image of Flappy, I should say, is a female varied thrush, because a male would have like blue markings and stuff. So I'm thinking,
oh my word,
I'm thinking that maybe Flappy was kind of a cross-dresser. Just
no,
saying. And I am not assuming genders here. I'm not.
All right, I'm going to go on.
How much more can I take? I can't.
I have to go on screen for one moment, sir. How dare you? How dare you besmirch the name of one Gerald Gerard Flappenstein? I will not have it.
Flappenstein!
I will not have it.
He changed his last name because, you know, you need a stage name, and they said that's no one's gonna.
And he was concerned about the certain kind of peopleism.
Well, you know, he was just I mean. Now I have images of Flappy talking with his rabbi about what to do. And it's like, I'm sorry. I don't know why that popped in my head. Okay, moving on. All right.
Trans Flappy. Yes, exactly. Trans Flappy.
Oh, all right. We're already into weeds.
I mean, you know, I just, yeah.
Yeah, like I said, troublemaker. This man is responsible.
Yes.
All right. Right. So the annual Labor Day weekend Packard Timber Games.
Yeah,
please.
sure. So I know that we had at least one stream specifically dedicated to the Welcome to Twin Peaks Access Guide to the Town. And because I'm starting to get into holiday season, and I told you guys I made a cherry pie recently using Norma's recipe from the Access Guide. I was thumbing through it and I realized that starting on page 72, what to do and when to do it. Twin Peaks is a beehive of community activity. We love our town to pieces and welcome all visitors to join in at any time. Our calendar may not be full, but each event is choice. Give our Twin Peaks Chamber of Commerce a call to confirm dates, and the phone number appears there. And as you know, of course, Twin Peaks is a 555 exchange. So I'm looking and I'm like, well, gee, what's going on? And we were already at the end of August, this weekend, and I look and September, right? And I'm like, oh, Labor Day weekend. Well, that was this past weekend. So I said, I'm going to have to look into this. Oops, I forgot to watch the Jerry Lewis MDA Labor Day telethon again. I don't think Jerry Lewis is hosting any longer. At least I hope he's. Every Hollywood phone number is a 555 exchange. Yeah. If you actually want to try to call the Twin Peaks Chamber of Commerce, it's 555 TPCC. I'm assuming that stands for Twin Peaks Chamber of Commerce, but you know what happens when you assume, especially in a town like Twin Peaks. So let's get into it.
Shall I find? Yes.
Yeah, I got it.
There we go.
And thank you, Aged Boomer, for, as always, putting the
slideshow together.
Yeah, thank you. I
did it a little
appreciate
differently this time. Tried to make it more along with the theme, I thought.
Oh, that's perfectly fine.
Rather
Let
than
me
the
just
typical
bring up
black
my
ones we do.
notes. In fact, I'm going to
have some nice paper there. That paper came from a tree, right?
Well, as a matter of fact, that's true. That's true. Okay, so so the Packard Timber Games of 2025. Bringing the summer to a close and kicking in the fall is perhaps the biggest, best attended event of the year. Citizens and visitors flock to Sparkwood Road, a half a mile north of Route 1's traffic light, which is, literally just a half mile north from where we are right now, for the annual Packard Timber Games. Held over Labor Day weekend, these events allow the men and women of Twin Peaks to demonstrate their virility and equipoise. I believe that's how it's pronounced. I guess you could anglicize it to equipoise. Anyway, in 7 strenuous, demanding events. Everybody picnics on the sidelines because they can't take their eyes off the sweating, svelte, and kilted contestants vying to take home the wooden thing, and that's capitalized. That is a proper noun. The potential for humiliation is intense, so there's always a pretty big crowd of laughters and jeers to belittle the losers. It's spine-tingling fun and something to tell your grandchildren about. Established in 1910 by James Packard as a means of promoting ideals of sportsmanship and manliness among the employees, obviously, they broadened their horizons from manliness in the 1910s, right? The games combine events from the ancient Highland Games of Scotland and competitions created by the Packard Mill loggers over the decades since the mill's founding. Of course, the Packard Mill has been closed since Catherine Martell closed it and sold the land to Benjamin Horne, but the tradition continues to this day. Dress attire is that all all entrants, male and female, must wear kilts, though plaid or solid is at their discretion. The 7 events are, and as I go through and describe the events, I will tell you who won this year, 2025. So this first event is the caber toss. A 16-foot fur trunk weighing 80 to 100 pounds is tossed by flipping it upward so that the lead end strikes the ground and the other end falls forward, not backward. Distance tossed is not a factor, but accuracy and a pole that ends up lying at 12 o'clock from the point where it was tossed is considered most accurate. This year's winner was Kimmy Patkanim, a fire department paramedic of Salish descent. Her 3 perfect tosses constituted a female first in Packard Timber Games history. Of course, depicted here. And of course, you've seen these, right? They lift it's called a caber. That's what they call this. I think that's Scottish for log or trunk or something like that. And you toss it in the air and you're trying to flip it. You're trying to flip it literally end over end, so that the top end actually ends up facing back towards you, directly towards you, with the bottom end, the part you are holding pointing directly away from you. Number 2, they call it the spin-off. I think it's called the log roll. On a floating pine trunk in Black Lake, 2 contestants square off wearing caulked boots and wielding cant sticks. They spin the log, and the winner of the event is the one who remains on the log while the loser struggles to keep from being sucked over Black Lake Dam. The stakes were really high then for this year's champion, Mark Grossman, who not only won the competition, but did so with only one leg. Mark lost his left leg above the knee in a logging accident, pictured here.
Wow.
Number 3 is the sheaf pitch. A 15-pound bundle of spruce or pine bows is tossed over a horizontal bar with a pitchfork. After each successful toss, the bar is raised 2 inches. In 1938, Bernie Welsh tossed a sheaf more than 30 feet in the air. Unfortunately, the pitchfork went with the boughs, came free in midair, and pinned a spectator's beret to his head. The winner of this year's competition almost had a very similar unfortunate happenstance. While practicing with a particularly oversized bundle, seen here, David Markowitz propelled the pitchfork through the payload. Luckily, it landed safely a few feet away, but the bale fell on Markowitz, leaving him mildly concussed. He recovered sufficiently to win with a 35.5-foot toss.
Huh.
Number 4, the high climb. Using climbing irons and caulked boots, as well as a life belt, the 40-foot tall trunk is scaled. The contestant doing so in the least amount of time wins. Falling immediately disqualifies the competitor unless they can prove they were pushed. I am not entirely clear how there's anyone involved to do any pushing, but those are the rules. Samantha Thorisdottir, the girls' track and field coach at Twin Peaks High School, beat the second place contestant by nearly 5.5 seconds. And that's after she paused at the top, took out her phone, and snapped a selfie before scrambling down. One of her students commented, "I mean, she had plenty enough time. She was so fast. I've never seen a squirrel climb that fast." Number 5, bury the hatchet. I think everyone else calls this the axe toss, but this is Twin Peaks. Bury the hatchet. Actually, it's a double-edged Western falling axe. By the way, the access guide does talk about how to balance a Western falling axe, and it talks about the shoe caulks and the other accoutrement that I've been mentioning along the way. Excuse me, let me start over.
French accoutrement.
Yes, it's one of the few French words I know how to pronounce. So actually, it's a double-edged Western falling axe, not a hatchet. The contestants toss at a stationary wooden target using only one hand. Sometimes called the one-armed bandit, distance and accuracy are both factors here. With each successful throw, the contestant steps back 2 feet. Deputy Hawk, who was the consistent winner of this most demanding event for many years running, eventually retired, opening the top spot to other competitors. Michael Lapook, pictured here, might be thankful for the opportunity as he won this year's competition, but it was not the most auspicious of victories. Lapook's 10-foot bullseye was decisive, if not groundbreaking, as a number of other contestants were disqualified after multiple disqualifications and a rethinking of the spectators' location for this event. Number 6, the stone throw. Any idiot can figure out what this event requires, except that unlike the Olympic shot put and hammer toss, no wind-up is allowed. This means most of the 22-pound stones aren't thrown very far and just sort of plop dully to the ground. Gerald Skouras, however, shocked the crowd this year with a 28 feet, 6.5-inch toss, earning him not only the win, but a Packard Timber Games record. Again, pictured here. And the final event, the trunk chop. Standing atop a horizontal trunk from 6 to 8 feet in diameter, this one was obviously a practice log. Contestants wield an old-style Western falling axe. Sean Ledoux, in 1955, set a record of chopping through a 6.5-foot trunk in 37 minutes, though it took him less than a second to chop off his right toe while winning the event. Sean had it bronzed and bequeathed to the Twin Peaks County Museum, whose curator misplaced it sometime in the mid-1980s. Samuel Dorst, pictured closest here, of 38976 Treetop Lane, has the distinction of not only winning the trunk chop competition this year, but also being the oldest contestant. The octogenarian took the other competitors to school, including longtime rival Sean Fingerling, who lost the head of his axe. The moment is actually captured here. You see him third from the left. And that was this year's competition. I hope you enjoyed. So again, this comes from the Access Guide to Twin Peaks. I didn't think to cover this until, like I said, just this weekend. So I just had to give you the cliff notes. I didn't get a chance to get any video coverage or interviews or anything like that. Sorry about that, folks. And the other thing that I missed out on, and I'll share it with you, at least the excerpt from the Access Guide. We missed the event from August. What do we got here? It's Gaelic. It means wooden beam. Troy. Okay, yeah, I was close. I knew it was something like that. And yeah, that is what the Scots speak, right? Gaelic. Okay. So the August event, in August, pack your picnic baskets or let Norma Jennings at the Double R do it for you and come out for theater between the bleachers at the senior high school, where the Twin Peaks Timber Players will be on the stage once again. See page 106. They never fail to transport us to other climes and show us passions we only dream of. This talented band of amateur thespians will enthrall you with the breadth of their feeling and their hilarious comedic timing, especially their leading character actress, who always receives a standing ovation. And I mind admitting, I do. So that is an August event, and of course, I will cover it in more detail next year with the 2026 troupe. And as I was telling Boomer in the backdrop, there are a number of Halloween events coming up in October, which, of course, I will be covering I'll be covering them next month. And, you know, something else I discovered as I was going, there is a lot here. This book, I really, really recommend this book for all of you that love Twin Peaks and really want to get that feel of the town. One thing that I find very interesting is that they have a listing here. You've seen, I'm sure all of you have seen jukeboxes, right? The old-fashioned kind, the ones with the 45s inside. So when you would, go to choose one, you'd choose, a letter number and the number, and it would play, whichever one that was. So like in this example, let's say, I'm trying to find, so for example, if you were to press E3 at the Double R Diner, you would get Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up. You would actually get Rick rolled. And if you played F3, you would get an instrumental of the same. It's the A side, B side kind of a thing. But I literally have here, and I didn't have a chance this weekend because I was working on writing up my notes for this. I'm going to try to put together a what do they call it? A playlist of the songs from the Double R Diner jukebox, and I will share that next week for you guys to if you so choose, check out the playlist on my I'll make it a public playlist on my YouTube channel. So there you go.
I like it.
Yeah. And like I said, I didn't really have a lot to share, but I thought that was pretty cool. Another thing that I did this week as I was going through this, reading the section on the Double R Diner, I saw that they have a really good picture of the sign that the handmade sign that was stuck to the door throughout seasons 1 and 2 of the show that say, "Thanks, we appreciate your patronage. Have a nice day. Please call again." And I found a write-up online. I didn't think to grab the link. I'll try to remember that for next week. Where they go through and they show, every episode where you can see it, every episode where you can't see it. And it really comes down to filming locations, whether or not it was the actual Tweeds, in Washington State, or if it was the set that they built in LA. But it disappears before the end of season 2, and it's not seen again in the return. But there have been several festivals where someone has made a mock-up of the sign, and they've put them up at different gathering locations for the sharp-eyed to catch as an Easter egg. But there you go. So yes, again, regarding the Packard games, it does talk about what a cant hook is, the difference between a hog-nosed toe ring and a crowfoot for handling square timbers, what exactly a PV is, the different style of caulks for your shoes for those that are doing the log roll. So yeah.
Is there a bowling event?
Not for the timber games, but I haven't looked through what they've got for the other seasons. We'll be talking there. Like I said, there's some of them are obvious, right? So there's like a Halloween parade and costumes for the kids and so on and so forth. Talks about, who is sponsoring it. Obviously, that particular parade is Horn's Department Store. December has a candlelight and Christmas tree ceremony, the Magi pageant, the lighting of the tree by Miss Twin Peaks. January has New Year's events, the Winter Skull, ice castle competition, skaters jamboree. There's actually a lot of events in January to talk about.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. There's a chess tournament in February, although
not chess.
Yeah, I was going to say for a while there that was a little bit a little bit of a concern. Yeah,
especially if there's some unsavory characters hanging about.
March, of course, has the St. Patrick's Day events and the Caribou Festival.
What about Valentine's Day?
I didn't see anything here for Valentine's Day. I'll see what they do in 2026. Yeah.
Caribou.
Well, sure. I mean, what do you expect? It's the Pacific Northwest.
Can you can eat caribou, can't you?
During hunting season, yeah. Well, I mean, assuming you preserved it appropriately, yeah, absolutely.
Caribou stew.
Absolutely. What I also found about this book that really kind of excited me was the adverts in here, for example, and I have almost everything that it advertised in here. So it advertises for the and these are all from Simon & Schuster. The Secret Diary of Laura Palmer at the time was for $8.95. Also $8.95 for the autobiography of FBI Special Agent Dale Cooper, My Life, My Tapes. The Star Picks cards for Twin Peaks. I have I might actually have 2 decks of that, but I have at least 1 full deck of those. Some of them are even autographed. And one thing that surprised me was I saw in the I don't remember where I found it, but there was an acknowledgement where you could get the poster that appears on page give me a second here. Page 48. And I was like, well, what is the poster on page 48? And I open it up and it says trout, salmon, and char of North America. And it's got like a whole bunch of fish. Oh, here it is. For information on how to order this poster, above, see page 112.
Oh, that'd be a cool poster to hang up.
That's what I thought.
Like a rec room? Yeah.
And on page 112, it doesn't say. Oh, here it is. Simon Schuster mail order department. I don't know if this is still appropriate. I'd have to look this up online, but there you go. I think that is pretty darn cool. So yeah. And anyway, so as we go through the year, I'm going to do one of these a month. Well, maybe more than one a month, or maybe I'm just going to have 1 or 2 really, really, really busy weeks, because some of these months they have a lot of events going on in Twin Peaks, and I think that we should celebrate as much as possible.
We should honor it.
Absolutely, I agree with you. And I highly recommend, if you can pick up this book, absolutely do it. Some of the pictures in here are really, really cool. It talks about the pine weasel. It talks about raccoon, beavers, mule. I mean, a lot of this stuff is information I remember from my Boy Scout book. But
I like the pine weasel.
Yeah, I'm glad that they are trying to bring them back from the edge of extinction. The other thing that I found very interesting, and again, this was one of those things that going through this, I was like, I can't believe this. Let's see if I can find it again. It talks about passion play. Where is that damn tiki statue.
Oh.
Because I want to read what it says there. Here it is. So the caption says, Chinook legend describes the appearance long ago of an ancestress of the Frog Clan. They tell of a house floating in the middle of the lake. On the house sits a woman, her knees, breasts, eyebrows, and the back of her hands covered with flying frogs. Ever since that time, the flying frog has been viewed as a special crest. And it's very interesting because this little talisman here, this statue, looks like a crudely, carved frog. It doesn't seem to have any front legs. It's got, the kind of back legs you would expect on a frog, but wings and a tail like a bird. And I'm looking at this and I couldn't help but think this looked a lot like the little creature that we saw in The Return. And when you consider that this book came out in, when was this? 1991. I realized, man, all of this stuff is connected. It really is. I don't know if, as they were doing The Return, they were thumbing through the access guide, or if they put that in there because they knew they wanted that to be an important figure in their lore. I don't know, but it's they did a great job of crafting this lore for Twin Peaks, Lynch and Frost. Just saying.
They really thought about it.
Absolutely.
I miss David Lynch's weather reports.
I do too. I really do too. Well, let's face it. I miss the idea that we're going to get any more, Lynch stories. He was an incredible storyteller, and Mark Frost has pretty much put the kibosh on them doing anything else with Twin Peaks.
No.
That's what he said.
You know what's happening? Some Hollywood studios waiting for him to kick the bucket, and then they'll do the reboot. I'm kidding. I hope
that would be very ill-advised, because unless it's a sequel or a prequel or a sidequel or something like
reboot
that preserves the lore. Well, and this is what I keep pointing out when it comes to reboots.
It's not for you; it's for the modern audience. Okay,
right. Which is a great way to kind of kill a franchise, because if you lose the audience, then what is the point of making the thing in the first place? For the St. Valentine's Day Festival, they observed the massacre in Chicago, Illinois. Yeah, well, I could talk about that. There's no doubt about that. I could always talk about that. But I didn't know that Kermit had relatives that could fly. Well, yeah, exactly. We did a rewatch of the Return here earlier in the year, and there was I don't know what it was, a frog bird or I don't know, that a young Sarah Palmer apparently swallowed. So my impression is that this flying frog figure that they talk about, this ancestress of the Frog Clan, may very well be Zhao Day. I wouldn't be surprised. I know that's pretty creepy, right? Anyway, but I didn't have that much. I just wanted to. This was like a sports report on the
I liked it.
Packard Timber games. So I'm not promising that tonight's going to be a really long Sparkwood in 21. I did want to, and this is a talk. If you guys want to do this, after the stream, or if you want to do it during the stream, so we could get some input. I was talking with Netter. and I think I brought it up with you guys before, the idea of maybe kind of going back with like a knowing what we know now kind of thing, and maybe rewatching the episodes of Twin Peaks and The Return and the movie and stuff. We went through it all this past year. Well, past year and a half, I think we've been doing this. And for you, Deleted, The Return was like a first watch. And I know that a lot of the people in the audience, all of it was a first watch. And I thought, well, we watched it all the way through and we did an analysis of it. But we did the kind of analysis you do where you just kind of talk about that episode and try not to talk about what's coming up so as not to be a spoiler to anybody. But maybe we do it all again, assuming that everyone that's watching, and we could even put like in the thumbnail, you know, spoilers for future episodes. This is
and I suggested even having it titled Spark 121, Knowing What We Know Now.
Yeah, you know.
And then, you know, Twin Peaks season 1, episode 1, blah, 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 you know.
All right. I personally will support this endeavor, but only if after we're done rewatching the whole of the series, we then watch all of Cop Rocks. I don't. Okay. Never. You don't know what musical? That is? Oh.
Is that the musical thing?
Yes.
Seen it.
David E. Kelly.
Yes, I'm for that. I'm all for that.
I'm joking.
I don't see what that has to do with David Lynch and Twin Peaks, but let's
Mark the Twin Peaks universe,
not Mark Frost. Anyway, how many episodes were there? There was a total of, there was 11 episodes. My gosh, that's almost 2.5 months. I mean,
we're not watching Cop Rocks. I was just being. We're not watching us. We're not watching Carnival. We're not watching Cop Rocks. Anyway, go ahead though.
How many episodes of Carnival are there?
I don't know, but again, I don't know. It doesn't really have anything to do with Twin Peaks. But I was trying to think of any show I've watched that is something like Twin Peaks. And I said, well,
so there's a total of 24 episodes of Carnival. That was 2 seasons.
Yeah, but again, I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe doing a deep dive on the show, but of course, our host should probably comment on any of this. So
yeah, I'm sorry. It really is his show. So
we were just coming up with ideas.
Yeah.
Because we kind of run out of
people have requested we redo it again. I know that, but yeah.
And speaking of which, I had been intending to pull out the lime green box and see if there's anything in there. We've done Eraserhead. There is a disc in here, the short films of David Lynch. I think we really are going to have to, take a look at that. I mean, that's just kind of a no-brainer. The Elephant Man Extras, Blue Velvet, we did Wild at Heart, Industrial Symphony number 1. Oh, we haven't done Dumbland either.
What is that?
We'll have to check it out. I'm not sure I remember watching.
Is that like Idiocracy?
I have no idea, and probably not. And something called the Mystery Disc, the DVD debut. So we might want to consider working those in before.
What if the Mystery Disc, you turn it on and then it's just David Lynch mooning the audience and then running off?
That's not really his style, to be
I
honest.
know. I'm just.
What was pretty cool was one year. And I think it's actually out there on the interwebs somewhere. I prefer to watch Police Squad rather than Cop Rocks. There you go.
I know. I'm just joking. Anyway.
Been a while since I've watched Carnival. Yeah, I got to revisit that too.
Is that the one that had the blonde girl with 2 heads? She was
no, I think you're thinking of the
horror thing.
American Horror.
Yeah.
American Horror Story. No. This one was the one where Mikey Anderson played the head of the carnival or whatever. You remember that one?
Yeah.
And the guy that played the Kurgan played like this apocalyptic priest,
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
preacher, or
Okay,
whatever.
I remember this now.
He was
Yeah.
Methodist. I remember he got into big trouble with the mainline Methodist church because you might want to dial it down a bit. Remember, and then they
Well, the whole point was that he was obviously like a rogue figure. He wasn't,
yes,
right, really representing the church and whatnot. That was part of the story. So that, but yeah, we've got, and I will have to pull out these discs and kind of look at them and see how long each one is to see if we should dedicate a whole episode to Dumbland, a whole episode to the mystery disc, if the short films of David Lynch constitutes one episode or multiple episodes of Live from Sparkwood and 21. But yeah, we're definitely going to want to get into that. And yeah, Deleted, you probably are going to want to pick up your own copy of the lime green box just because I know you.
What would you do if you put in the mystery disc and it gave you today's weather report with a song reminiscing, and then you put in again and it's a different one each time? Would that freak you out a little bit?
Yeah, probably. But I mean, that makes me think of the bit from Doctor Who, from the episode Blink, where they're watching the DVD extra with the doctor and he's talking to Sally Sparrow, and he gets to the end and she's like, wait, and he's like, do you want me to rewind it? And she goes, what good would that do? It would be the same thing all over again. Double R Diner sued Flappy because he opened a food truck with a cherry pie specialty that was too similar to the Double R's recipe. Yeah, but it didn't sell anyway, so it wasn't really worth the lawsuit, to be honest. But I mean, I heard that he also moved to Dual Spires and started making cinnamon pies. I mean, it is seasonal, so he could go back and forth too. But yeah. So yeah, I'm sorry. I hope you weren't expecting me to take up 2 hours with with my little put together this year. I thought that was pretty cool though, the Packard Timber games.
Oh,
I did too.
absolutely. Yeah.
But I think one of the things that I've also pointed out, I think of all the shows that I've watched, I can't think of another one, especially one that was only 2 seasons, now 3 seasons and a movie, that had so much lore that fleshed out the actual town and its history. All the different books, none of it really contradictory in any significant way. I credit that to Frost and Lynch having a really good communication behind the scenes. Oh, something else that I ran into here. They actually have a so apparently Twin Peaks is the donut capital of the country. Twin Peaks proudly boasts its consumption of more donuts per capita than any city, town, or municipality in the world.
What?
Oil boiling from midnight to 6 a.m. every day except Sunday at the Wagon Wheel Bakery, owned and operated by June and Howard Wagner, produces more than 1,200 donuts and donut holes each shift. No one knows why it's called Wagon Wheel. Maybe Howard wishes he were. Anyway, get there and get there fast, because June and Howard are not getting younger. Alas, the children, no children between them. The nieces and nephews are only interested in the money, and no one in town likes them. June is from New Orleans, and Howard's from the Bronx. Their donuts are a cultural clash between beignets and bagels, the glorious result of a misunderstanding they had on their wedding night. Luckily, they got busy slinging flour, and we get the scrumdiddlyumptious results. Don't forget to ask for the holes too. And the recipe for their donuts is in this book, although it is for a quantity of 106 donuts. So you might have to do some maths if you
You'd
want.
have to do a lot of math. I'm picturing Troy coming into the kitchen going, Nutter, what are you doing? Making donuts. Why are there so many? Because this is what the recipe said.
Well, it says 3.5 cups of melted cooking shortening, 6 2/3 cups of sugar, and 16 jumbo eggs. We would go broke with one batch.
Well, eggs aren't really expensive anymore.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But I'm actually very interested. The glaze for the chocolate donuts. Melt 12 ounces of unsweetened chocolate with 2.5 cups of water over a double boiler, stirring smooth. Remove from heat and whisk in 10 pounds of powdered sugar. Dip tops of warm donuts into glaze and cool on racks. It actually sounds really, really good. But
sounds like diabetes.
Yeah, diabetes. I just thought it was pretty cool that the Twin Peaks donut recipe is also in here. And I had this book all these years and didn't even notice it. I am going to have to go ahead and try that. Especially since, the pie is really, really good. That's all I got, guys. That's all I got for tonight.
Well, I like it.
Speaking of recipes, Charlotte Nightstar sent me one for molasses cookies, so now I gotta try that one. It's my next recipe that I'm gonna try.
We are moving into the holiday season, so there is going to be a lot more baking and cooking.
Pumpkin spice.
Oh, no.
No?
Yes, we will probably have at least one pumpkin pie this year. Yes.
Okay, that's the only place that pumpkin spice is like supposed to be.
Exactly.
I will make a
Here's to
pumpkin
that.
pie. I will not make pumpkin spice cookies, pumpkin spice anything else. It's just
Lattes.
pumpkin pie.
No. I like my coffee black as midnight on a moonless night.
So bitter.
Pretty black, yeah, exactly. Last call, Troy Pacelli. If Twin Peaks is the donut capital, it should also be the safest city in the world too, with all the police that would be there. Just saying. Well, that's true, but we did see a bit of corruption happening into the return, right? Let me read real quick. There's a statement in here from Douglas Milford, from Mayor Milford, I should say. This is dated the 1st of April, 1991. Twin Peaks Office of the Mayor. As we always say to visitors of our, and this is in handwriting, so bear with me. It's not the neatest of handwriting. To our town, greetings. I've spent 80 years here, born here, buried a brother here, and let me also add, it's a wonderful place to eat. So I take this opportunity to take pen in hand. Notwithstanding, I feel this kind can come in handy. Yeah, I'm having hard. It really is bad handwriting.
I used to work for a doctor's office.
What is that word?
Okay.
Right after the
Whether
scratch
you
out.
live there,
What is that? Weather?
yeah, whether you live there or
For 9 years or 90, or whether you just died or did. Not sure. Could go either way.
did.
Yeah. My advice to those who visit is to get out. Get out and enjoy the weather and whatever. I would like to pass on so many things to all of you, not least of which would be the ability to look a total stranger in the eye and spout with a friendly air, "Do you have that $10 you owe me? Thank you. Best of luck, Mayor Milford." Anyway, the reason I share that is because it goes on to say, did you know that Twin Peaks consumes more donuts per capita than any city in the United States?
I mean, just look at the Twin Peaks share station.
Right. Is equidistant between Juneau, Alaska and Kayenta, Arizona. Has one of the safest lumber mills in 91, had one of the safest lumber mills in the country. That is no longer there. The more dog and cat lover, it has more dog and cat lovers than Tipton on the Trent, England. Displays more Chinook and Quakiutul totem poles than the Museum of Spokane, and recently discovered that their population is not 51,201 as the sign says. The 1990 census revealed that their present population is 5,120.1. I'm not entirely certain how 0.1 can actually. Anyway. And so there you have.
Boxing Helena living there?
I mean, well, maybe it's like an arm or a leg. I don't.
Oh my! What? Oh,
It's the log.
Yeah, I mean, keep in mind too, we are talking about lumberjacks who have lost digits and limbs. So 0.1, I suppose, is a distinct possibility. But that's just speculation on my part. I'm not entirely certain how they come to that figure. And Wallace Lang is a fan of Bugs Bunny. So there you go. Wallace Lang says, I love Krispy Kreme donuts, original classic glazed donut. So this is the thing. When they first opened Krispy Kreme in the Chicagoland area, I remember going in and they give you a free glazed donut.
They do.
And it was like, dude, I only came in for a glazed donut. I don't need anything else.
No, they will give you a free donut, man. They are good people. Yes.
Those were some damn fine donuts.
It's probably the best donut chain out there. One of the best, at least. Yeah.
Probably. I wonder if there's still any Krispy Kremes around.
Alexa, are there any Krispy Kreme donuts around the Illinois area?
I found a few options.
Oh, there's one in Shelburne.
173.1 miles away on West Monroe. Krispy Kreme, 138.4 miles away on North Veterans Parkway. And Krispy Kreme, 250.7 miles away on West Florissant Avenue.
Wait a minute. There's one right here in Schaumburg. Just off of 59.
Okay, I guess I know what we're doing tomorrow.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Otherwise, we gotta bring out the garbage.
Oh, no, wait a minute. It's not on 59 is here in Streamwood. It's off of Rose. It's on Rose, just off of Roselle. Right next to the Amazon. Oh, it's in the Amazon Fresh. It's not an actual Krispy Kreme.
You should ask Alexa what she thinks of Twin Peaks.
Alexa, what do you think of Twin Peaks?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. There's one in Elk Grove Village, and there's one in Hillside. Yeah.
Okay. Did you like in your search? Are you asking for Krispy Kreme standalone buildings, not like inside a store?
No, I just looked up Krispy Kreme.
Because you can actually get like a box of 6 or 12 wherever in certain grocery stores, just like.
But you can't get the special ones.
Yeah, they just have the glazed ones. It's like, and frankly, I want them fresh. I don't know how long they've been sitting there in the store on the shelf.
I should send you a video of Irish young people trying Krispy Kreme for the first time. They got very excited when they had a Nutella donut. They went nuts. They're like, "What?" It's like, yes.
Nutella is very big overseas.
Yes. So
like the Netherlands love Nutella.
Here you go. Krispy Kreme in Elk Grove Village. That's an actual Krispy Kreme location.
Cool.
we'll go there on the weekend though. We can't do that tomorrow. That's a bit of a trek. Wait a minute. Isn't Elk Grove Village, isn't that where our dentist is?
Pretty sure.
We could go there instead of getting ice cream next time.
Hush your mouth.
Okay.
I always get ice cream after the dentist.
Okay.
Besides, when's the next time we're going to go to the dentist? It probably won't be till our
6 months
cleaning.
from now. Yeah, it's a good
It's
point.
like, you want me to wait months?
Okay, we'll go this weekend if you want to.
You donut denier, you.
I am not denying you donuts.
Around Halloween time, they have
nothing.
Halloween themed donuts too.
Eh,
Well, I still say you go now.
yeah.
You don't like that?
What was the name of that donut place?
There's a
Huh?
bat, like,
Oh, sure. It's probably like a dark chocolate or something.
yeah.
Like that.
Like,
What was the name of that one that we went to at Universal? When we went down there in March, the one where you got the one donut.
Yeah, which wasn't really all that.
It was kind of expensive, but they were good donuts. Don't get me wrong.
Well,
But-
no, they were okay donuts. They weren't anything that I would want again. It
I
was
hear
just
you.
the novelty of getting them at this one place, this one time. I will not get them again. $8 for a donut is ridiculous.
where was this?
Wallace. I don't remember the name of the place. It was at Universal Studios.
I got a
theme
very good
park.
sugar
Or-
cookie there once, but it was during Halloween Horror Nights, and I've never seen it since.
So, Mr. Donuts, there is a Mr. Donut here in the Chicago area. It is Mr. Donut. It is that Godfrey, Illinois? Oh yeah, that's not Chicagoland area. That's a bit of a trek. That is, how far is it? That is, oh my gosh, that's almost in St. Louis.
I'm not going that far for a donut.
Yeah. I mean, it's even out of the way if we were going to be going to Metropolis, Illinois. It's actually closer to Paducah, Kentucky than it is to Chicago. Yeah, I remember Mr. Donut though. That was years and years ago. A lot of these businesses are just going.
Well, because the beer bug thing killed so many businesses.
Yeah,
and they never recovered.
A lot of these businesses were on the knife's edge to begin with. So, I mean, what can you do about that? But welcome Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Sorry about that. Happy Tuesday. Yes, absolutely.
Oh, and for those of you who keep hearing me coughing and stuff, and you know that I've mentioned my allergies before, I finally have referrals to not only an ENT, but to a different allergist, because the one allergist that Troy and I had gone to told me I was only allergic to mold. I've got to be allergic to dust as well, because every time I'm around dust, I get all stuffed up. But he claims only mold. I'm not allergic to dust at all. And that's apparently all I'm allergic to. I'm like, no, that can't be it.
Yeah,
Because
that
also
makes
when I
sense.
go outside, there's pollen. So I'll get stuffed up a bit from that. Like I'll get the stuffy runny nose from that. So it's like, you know what? I want to get a second opinion from a different allergist and see what they say. So I finally got the allergist recommendation as well as the ENT. So hopefully I can get rid of whatever this is I got.
Allergies
Now
are
I'll
not
stop
fun.
talking on air.
Yeah.
Did we just spend like a half hour talking about donuts? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a Twin Peaks stream, so this
That's
should
true.
not
It
come
does
as a
relate. They
coincidence.
were big fans of those on Twin Peaks, and it actually started because of the original thing where they owned by the Wagner family, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
I do think this is the good time for me to announce the upcoming 16-week series on coffee.
Yeah, I'm good with that. We could absolutely do that. Sure.
All right. Well, Well, as we said, folks, we weren't expecting this to be a long show, but we did want to give you that little tidbit. And please, of course, seek out the Twin Peaks Access Guide, because there's some fun stuff in there. All right. Unless there's anything else that we can go into here. Gentlemen,
that's all I got.
That's all I got too.
And like I said, we could talk about, if you want, whether or not we're going to revisit the series, like Netter said, knowing what we know now.
Well, I mean, since the consensus does seem to be to redo the series, I'm sure that we could. And I got a idea or two on the hook as well, but I think it's a little early to go into that just yet. But sure, I wouldn't have any problem looking into the going back and rewatching the series.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, something to think about then. Like I said, we still have some lime green box stuff to kind of take a look at, because I'm sure that's new. Especially, I don't think you have the lime green box yet, so I know there's stuff on here you haven't
No,
seen.
it is.
Yeah.
A rather difficult to find at this point, and if you do, also rather expensive.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm afraid I would have to wait.
What is the lime green box going for?
$50.
Oh yeah.
Well, what's it going for now?
No, that's not the one. What I was looking for.
Okay, do I need to do my Google?
You're probably gonna have to do your Google Food.
Hold on,
$299 on Amazon.
And I bet you it says it's out of print too. May say it's unavailable. I'm seeing it for $324 starting bid on. Oh, is that right? Yeah, $324 on eBay. That's one that I found. There's another one for $479. That's really $480.
Okay. Found one for $180. That's just one place.
Lime green box.
Yeah, I did not pay anything close to that.
$315 is the yeah. Well, I got it when it first came out, so I mean,
that's true. I got it for you as a surprise.
Yeah, she's good people.
All right. So one time around the horn, Boomer, what do you have coming up?
I will be on a special last call, but I'll let Troy go into details on that. Let's just say the truth is out there. And then Sunday, I will be we'll have the Geeky Geezers on. Fortunately, we have some another celebrity death, and we have actually some news. If you're a fan of the movie Young Frankenstein, you may want to check it out.
Sure.
Yep. So coming up right after, well, not right after this, actually, because we're wrapping it up early, I'll be able to take a little bit of a break here, and so will you. In about an hour, over on my channel and Netter's, we will be watching the 5th episode of season 4 of Blake 7. The episode is called Animals. Yeah, that is tonight. Of course, tomorrow and every weekday afternoon, Liquid Lunch at noon Central. And immediately after Liquid Lunch on Thursday, I will be once again joining the Pop Culture Archivists for their stream. I will, of course, remind everybody about this at Liquid Lunch on Thursday because I'll show for you guys over there. And as Boomer alluded, on Friday, last call at 9 p.m., Boomer and I will be talking. We're going to get a little bit X-Files-y. We're going to be talking UFOs and what is it? UV. What is this? They're not calling them UFOs anymore. They're calling them unidentified shit in space, whatever it's
There we
called.
go. Yeah, that's the that came out from the Pentagon, I'm sure. Yes. Just,
I like that name better. Unidentified shit in space.
yeah, basically, yeah.
So USIS,
Something like that. UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena. That's what they're saying.
Okay.
Should be good.
Well, indeed. That brings things back around to myself. Let's see. Tomorrow's Wednesday, so Thursday I will be joining Outlaw Bill for Action Theater. That will be Thursday at 4:30. This week's movie is Takeshi Miike's Blade of the Immortal, which I have not seen, so it'll be a first watch for me. And let's see, later on that night will be my show, Coming Attractions, my chance to touch base with all my subscribers and loyal members and all that good stuff. Let everybody know what I'm going to be up to for the next week, up to and including Saturday night, where along with Troy and Netter, I'll be joining Big Al Presents over on his channel for Films with Friends as we watch Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. And as for Western cinema, little bit of a schedule change as far as that program is concerned, because now that it's football season, that means Bill can get his Outlaw Bill Sports Network back up and running. So depending on the schedule of the games that he's planning on covering, that'll depend on when the Western cinema comes back. So I don't know if there's going to be a show this weekend. But if there is, we'll let everybody know. Right now, I'm playing around with the idea of if he's not going on, perhaps doing a longer than usual member stream. So, hey, phrasing, and so again, stay tuned, and I'll let everybody know what I'm doing on Sunday. As far as reserved seats is concerned, there have been some people who've asked me backstage what's going on with that. That show is at present on hiatus. It's not been canceled. I am still going to do the show. It's just because of some real life concerns. Doing it on midnight on Sunday, not really conducive to my present schedule. So I might have to change day and time on that. And as soon as I have a time nailed down, I'll let everybody know. But it is coming back. It's just going to be on a hiatus for a little while. Let's see. Monday, of course, is last call. Mm-hmm. Members night at the movies, which I'm usually there. This week, I'm not sure because I have a prior commitment that might take me out of the running for this week's show, but I'm hoping to try and be there. I guess movie to be determined. Is there going to be a a poll up this week, or are you going
there's
to,
a poll up right now? In fact,
Oh.
the three
Okay.
films that I'm looking at are oh gosh, let me see what they were. One of them was Dark Skies. The other was something else about the skies. I don't remember what it was. It was something about a fire in the sky and Signs. I figured all of those were a little bit spooky. We're starting to get into the spooky season, and they are all alien UFO related to kind of go along with the
USIS.
Yes, exactly. And right now, Fire in the Sky from 1993 is leading the votes, followed by Signs and Dark Skies.
Will you be wearing a tinfoil hat on Friday? I'm kidding.
Well, for all you know, my fedora is always lined with tinfoil.
It's lined with tinfoil on the inside. Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Exactly. Very, very stylish. Aluminium. Yes, exactly.
To keep the Martians from reading your thoughts.
I don't know that foil was ever made out of tin, to be honest with you. So, just saying.
Aluminum foil, I guess. Yeah, that would be the proper term.
Yes, exactly. Yes, I have a Faraday cage lining the inside of my fedora, so I am protected from
being pickled.
Yeah, anybody trying to beam messages into my brain, 5G signals causing me brain cancer, any of that kind of stuff.
Huh.
Now, unless I have failed to add a video to the Live from Sparkwood and 21 playlist that I have on my channel, and if we count the last call episode, which was the Lime Green Box episode, if I remember correctly, let me go back and which was the Lime Green Box episode, this would technically be episode 90 of this show. So we have a 100 episode bash to plan here pretty soon. So stay tuned for that, and we'll come up with something special to do there. All right,
I'll bring the chips and dip.
There you go.
Indeed. All right, let's see.
Now I want chips and dip.
What else? Yeah, so that takes care of Monday, and then Tuesday, join us right back here, same bad time, same bad channel for next week's show. All right, Nutter, would you like to take us out with your closer?
Yeah, do I get to say what I've got coming up?
Oh, Snapple. Okay, we skipped you. I'm sorry. Wow, I'm sorry.
Well, let's see.
Please.
Aside from guesting pretty much everywhere, on Troy's channel, Delia's channel, Thursday things, I don't currently have a guest, so it's just going to be all of us chatting. But I am looking for guests for the future. And if anyone out there in the YouTubeosphere, as Troy calls it, is interested in being a guest on Thursday Things, drop me a DM on Twitter. Pretty easy to find. And let's get you scheduled for that. And it doesn't even have to be that you want to grow your channel. It can just be you're really, really excited about a thing, and you want people to know about this thing that you're excited about to hopefully get them excited about it. Let's see. And then, of course, on Saturday, I'm going to be co-hosting with Big Al on his channel. No, I'm sorry. Is it my turn?
No, it says.
There it says. All right, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. Since we have the holiday, I got my weeks messed up in my head. So we're going to be over on Big Al's channel for some Pride and Prejudice with Zombies. Goodness gracious, I can't talk. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If I'm not co-hosting, I've got my one show this week. And that's it for that. And of course, y'all know what I always say. We absolutely adore you guys. You are Osmo. We want to thank you so very much for being here, for supporting us and our channels, for encouraging us and encouraging one another. We don't do this for us. We do this for you. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of our family. And until next time, which will be in about 45 minutes over on Troy's channel, good night and God bless.
And there we go. All right. So of course, if you stay until the through the credits, you will be automatically redirected over to Troy's channel for Blake's 7, and that's episode. What is it?
5. 5
Okay.
of episode 4.
Season 4, episode 5.
Season 4, episode 5.
Did I get the other way around? Yeah.
Episode called Animals, which is kind of a Dr. Moreau in space, from what I understand.
Kinda.
So,
Yep. Exactly right.
So looking forward to seeing how that turns out.
There you go.
Okay. So as I say at the end of every broadcast, I'd like to thank you all for joining us this evening. If you are new to the show, you like what you see, please subscribe to the channels of everyone on with me on the panel here this evening. And of course, to the channels of everyone who is in the chat, because as Orville Nation says, we grow together. From HQ, the corner of Sparkwood and 21, and all points north, south, east, west, and beyond. Good night. Take care. Stay strong. Be safe and healthy. Make sure you still have all your fingers and toes.
Yeah.
Because this is how we win.